we are putting together the turkey box card. Now this one is very similar to the peacock. So I'm going to start by putting together the box. So it's different than other box cards in that the pieces are not going to glue in. They're going to slide into the slits in the box, like so. But first we need to dress the pieces up some. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with orange. I'm going to go, this is my biggest feather piece, it's the back one. And I'm going to ink all the way around every feather. This would be very pretty with patterned papers as well. So, just inking around. I'm going to go back over this with a brown so that it better fits my color scheme, because my other feathers are brown and black, so orange might be just a little bit too bright, but I did want some orange highlights coming through. So I'm just going back and just kind of lightly touching on more of the tip there. Get the orange down just a little bit onto the feather. Then I'm going to take my brown with my dauber, because this is a newer ink pad, so it is too dark. And I'm going to do the edges, brown that orange up a little bit, just like that. I'm really just hitting the edges. I'm not letting it brush across as much as I did the orange. I want the orange to kind of be a highlight color in there. And as you can see, when I get the brown in, it makes it look like it has, like I've done some kind of fancy shading or something where it's going from light to dark. And really all I've done is put a lighter color underneath the brown. Okay, that's my back feather. Let's see how that looks with that. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. Now with my black, there's not a lot of colors that show up on black, but I'm going to try this mango and see if that shows up enough to use. So I've got a new pad ready to go. Load it up. Oh, okay. That does show. on my brown. I think I'm going to, let me see what this looks like. I really think I want to go back to my orange. To me, this one just looks a little too light colored, so I'm going to just brush over the top. Kind of changes to a little more tannish than the vanilla that I used. That a little bit better. Maybe I'll do it just a little bit more. Let's kind of tone this brightness down a little bit. Those are going to be the feathers now. I wish I would have left that one the way I had it. So now I have to do them all. These two pieces here, they glue to the front and to the back. So on the back side, that leaves you space to add a little sentiment and sign it. On the front, it just covers the squareness of the box. So I'm going to ink these a little. I'm going to do them both just like that. A little bit of orange to start, just to make my brown look a little more orangey. And then my brown. The turkey, whatever color you want his eye to be is what color you want to cut this piece. And then that will be the color of his eye. I just used black. I'm just going to glue those together. Then for his beak, you're going to take this piece, line it up at the top of it, at the very edge of his beak. It has his little yodeler, I don't know what that thing's called, attached to it. So it may seem a little odd. Just put glue right there at the top. And line that up right at the edge of his beak and hanging down. And then here's the piece that goes on it. You could even put the beak and this piece together first and then put that on. That might be easier than the way I just did it. So that gives you his beak. And I'm going to pop my turkey with I have one that's open already with some foam tape to give them a little more dimension. His head does hang over the top, so you have to be careful not to put some up there. And he just goes to the center of that piece, just like that. So you can go ahead and put him on now or wait. Wait until you glue them to the box if you want. And it just goes like that. And then this piece centers up onto the front. Okay, so I would apply the glue to this. Since the whole piece does overhang your box, you don't want to have a glue mess showing from behind. Okay. And do the same for the back. Pin here in my glue. This may end up changing before everything is said and done because I am just not liking what happened when I added more ink to this. Maybe I'll just try the other side. Leave it as just the tip. put your card together, you're just going to slide these in. Largest in the back down to the smallest in the front. And there is your turkey card. And he folds flat and pops back open. Thank you for joining me.